Good morning and welcome to our town. This morning our guest will be Kenny Furlong, Carson City Sheriff. Right now we'll take a quick break for a word from our sponsor.
At Dick Company's Capital Ford Mazda Hyundai, we're overstocked. And now our select pre-owned vehicles are priced right and ready for a new home. Our factory certified vehicles are a great buy and feature exceptional warranties. Plus all our pre-owned vehicles are quality assured by AutoCheck, so you get peace of mind with your purchase. You deserve the best, and that's what we offer at award-winning Dick Company's Capital Ford Mazda Hyundai, just 29 miles south of Reno.
Welcome back, and we're here with Sheriff Furlong. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing real well. A little bit of wet head from the rain outside, but that's okay. We like the rain.
Yeah, weren't you supposed to stop that? I mean, we have a legislative session going on. Come on.
Yeah. You know, we like the rain.
Okay. All right. You're not all powerful.
I'm not all powerful.
All right. So, well, tell me what's been happening here lately.
Things are going pretty well. Obviously we're at the midst of the winter season. Things tend to slow down. The rain, the snow kind of calms things down. We see that drop in activity in town, and things are going all right now,
okay,
as expected.
So cold and wet weather is good for some things.
Cold and wet weather really are, especially when we get dropped with the snow. People tend to stay home more. Things just really calm down.
All right. So what do you see as the big issue right now in terms of law enforcement going on that you're dealing with on a regular basis?
We're dealing with quite a few things juggling right now. I would say the major ones that we've got going, clearly in the last 12 months we've added on a pretty sizable gang task force, if you will. That's a local and a tri-county team. We continue to do very, very aggressive work. Probably a shared balance in the methamphetamine area or the drug-related areas. Mm-hmm. Partnership Carson City has really had some tremendous successes, but along those successes we see new drugs peeping up, and some of them are very, very dangerous drugs, and we've got to continue our activity in there. Incidentally, most of the feedback data that we get, that's information from the juveniles, that's information from our court systems, is really showing some excellent trend data beginning.
Okay.
Latest risk surveys out of the school districts is showing that the kids are actually listening and doing something about the problem, right along with all the rest of us, and that's a tremendous boost to everybody.
Okay. So there's light at the end of this tunnel?
There's always light. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and there's always a shadow on the side of it that's going to cause us problems.
Okay. So, but we had your DARE officer on
yes,
the other day, and she was talking about the problem with prescription drugs.
Right.
That a lot of parents don't understand that these things hanging around their medicine cabinet could be just as dangerous as the stuff they pick up on the street.
There is no question about it, and Lisa does a lot of our education programs, along with our enforcement guys. The enforcement guys have certain requirements that are placed on them, that they must go out into families, into businesses, into schools, and do briefings and such. Lisa is our mainstay from let's get them young, let's build relationships, let's educate the kids, and bring them on up. I love Lisa to death. She does a fantastic job, and just this year I've had the opportunity now to give awards for a student who completes the program, and his brothers and sisters are sitting in the audience who have completed the program as they were going through school. Okay. So now we're beginning that generational cycle of support and education, and that's what was missing before.
Yeah. Now, these are tough times for lots of folks, and and how is the budget thing at the sheriff's office doing?
The sheriff's office is doing okay. I would tell the community-wide that we are going to be able to provide all of the services that are necessary in this town, but we are going to work very closely with the city. The sheriff's department is a major budget item for the city and the taxpayers, and I think that it is prudent of me and my administration to be very, very cooperative with the city on how we deal with these budget problems. They're real to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, 2 years ago, we had CC2 on the ballot, and CC2 would have expanded some tax incomes that would have provided more officers, more firemen, more support services, more dispatchers. Yeah. The fact that that didn't pass is okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. What that said was what I was told and what I got out of it is we are in a tax crunch. Mm-hmm. Right now, and truly we are statewide, and our residents cannot continue to keep absorbing. You need to find ways within Mr. Furlong to get those jobs done, and that's what we did. We did some reorganizing, we did some refocusing, and today I think that we have one of the most aggressive teams working the streets, and it shows. You can drive down Carson Street, and it shows. I'm very, very proud of them.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break for a minute, and we'll be right back.
When you walk into a Charlie's Grilled Subs, you walk back in time when subs were made from scratch with premium meats, real dairy cheese, delicious breads, and very fresh vegetables. At Charlie's, what you see is what you get. Grilled live, right in front of you. Nothing pre-cooked or pre-assembled. It's just all good.
It's delicious.
So when you want a fresh, healthy blast from the past, visit Charlie's at the east entrance to the Carson Mall. Your tummy will thank you.
Welcome back to our town at Comma Coffee. We're here with Sheriff Furlong, and let's talk a little bit about what's going to be happening this year, because obviously there's an election campaign going on, and you know, after now 4 years ago you were unopposed, and
historically the sheriff's office kind of runs with about 5 candidates that run for office there. Mm-hmm. Last term we were unopposed. This one we have a couple of folks that want to run. The biggest question asked in town is, why do you have these people inside your department running? Well, these are the people that are interested in law enforcement. Yeah. Because they work in that profession, and the sheriff's office is the law enforcement agency of this town. So it goes without speaking that that's where the majority of your people with interest would come from.
Yeah. You came from the outside.
I did, yes.
And now you're inside, obviously, and you have a couple of people who are running, you know, with you. And so tell me what your position is in terms of what makes you different than what they're wanting to propose. So.
Each of the candidates presents their interests, their concerns, and the things that they want to do. The difference for me is the things that I am doing and the people are seeing. Okay. It's one thing to say I want to do something. Yeah. I want to build a better gang unit. Okay. It's another thing that the incumbent, which happens to be me, we actually have built one. Mm-hmm. And we have a thriving enforcement end inside this community today. Mm-hmm. More aggressive than it has ever been. Mm-hmm. We have refined our approaches in the last 12 months as we brought the Lyon and Douglas County in a cooperative nature with us. And now we're getting better data. We're streamlining our efforts. We're able to focus our attentions. What the difference between them and me is clearly, for me, you're looking at what are we doing? Are we responding to the community's needs? For them, they'll give their platforms and you'll have fun with them.
One of the complaints is that, you know, the enforcement, you know, especially against gangs, hasn't been strong enough. What do you say to somebody who says that?
I think that those are words.
Okay.
I think they're just words that people are throwing out there. I am extremely proud of the enforcement tag that we have going here in Carson. They're doing a tremendous job. They go out and they are proactively looking for not only the gangs, but the gang and the street level drug users. They are aggressively nightly out there. I listen to them. I'm out there with them. I watch them work. I'm amazed at what they're capable of doing, how they can relate one thing to the other very, very rapidly. And that's because they're specialized. The criticisms about we're not doing enough, well, you know what? Gangs is one thing. You'll hear but somebody burgled